Okay, so you know the drill. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Looks like everything is good to go on this end. Wi-Fi strong, lighting is decent, and we could talk about the episode. To my knowledge, I keep refreshing Instagram and Twitter. I don't see the trailer for next week yet. Let me check Instagram again because usually, as soon as I start a live and say I don't see anything, next thing you know, somebody's like, yo, they posted a trailer. Happy New Year. Hard to believe it is 2025. Okay, for those who are in, how did y'all feel about the episode? I it was okay. It was decent enough. I think one of the most glaring issues was the fact that whoever put the episode together did so incorrectly because of the fact that you had Fatima calling Andy in the parking garage about Karen being in labor, but then what was it? A couple scenes later, we're back at Zack and Fatima's house, and Karen, Fatima, and Zack are still there. So they really screwed the pooch on that one. And this is in like the first 5 minutes, but I I was actually laughing because the recap for season 8A was so long. I remember tweeting like, dang, it's going to be 9:30 before this recap is over. I mean, usually that kind of recap, I understand that happening at the beginning of the new season, like season 7, episode 1. Here's a 3-minute recap of season 6. I didn't think we needed to recap that long, especially because the hiatus wasn't that long. And when you look at the recap, you kind of chuckle to yourself because you do realize, dang, the first half of the season, barely anything happened. Your score is too high. I enjoyed it. Was Danny too much? Yes, but I feel like this played out exactly like I said it would, where she would lash out against Tony, but then eventually calm down and try to talk to him. But it's like that's what really killed the mood. You go off on Tony, make him leave. Then, as soon as he's gone, I mean, and keep in mind, this is your fault. It's you, the therapy, the triggers, it's all you. And then, as soon as he leaves, Sabrina, I know Tony isn't the reason for the panic attack. Yeah, but it doesn't help that you made him feel like you told him that he was. To be honest, and it's like I said in my video, it's crazy how a majority of the fan base has turned on Danny, because before it was like Tony needs to go somewhere, Danny needs to lose him, the drama with the kids and the ex-wife and whatnot. But now it's like, now Danny, you doing too much. Tony needs to leave you. But that's typical Danny. I mean, you're not wrong, but that's the problem, though. That's the problem. And this is why the episode got a decent score from me. Sabrina said what I was feeling like. So, how would you feel if Tony didn't show up after hearing you were going through something? Well, I would respect that he, respected my boundaries. That is complete bull crap. Like, I could have been dying, Tony, and where were you at? But Danny, you told me to leave. Well, that doesn't mean you shouldn't come back. That goes back to like the earlier seasons when she told Preston to like stop blowing up my phone and stuff. And then the moment he just did what she told him to do, she would get mad. Oh, you don't call me no more, Preston. You don't text me no more. And it's like you're out on a date with another woman. Well, Danny, you told me you didn't want anything to do with me. So what am I supposed to know how to do? I was rewatching season 3 and I'm so pissed at how she ruined the relationship. Yo, season 3, I feel to this day, I think Tyler purposefully effed up Destin to make room for Zatima. And I hate that because I'm like, you're telling me that Sisters isn't a show big enough to support more than one healthy relationship? Notice I said healthy, not perfect. There is a massive difference between healthy and perfect. Because I said it before. Go back to the early episodes of season 2. Danny went on that BS. Her and Preston were chilling in the tub. I think she was even wearing his rodeo hat. It's like Andy and all of them were going through some mess. Danny didn't want any part of it. She's chilling with her man. But as the season went on in season 3 is when she started acting a little late season 2, but season 3 is when they literally killed Danny and the way she treated Preston. It's kind of funny because I feel the same way of how they wrote Fatima in Sister season 5. That was the beginning of the end there. Happy New Year, everyone who's just tuning in. Yeah, I took my trees down today. I had 3 trees, but this year I'm going to do it right. Like, have all the decorations and whatnot. But yeah, this morning I got all 3 trees packed up and put them in the building. Got to do a lot of sweeping tomorrow, though, because, the little tree things on the floor. But yeah. Okay, but expecting more. I mean, it could have been worse. And trust and believe, the first half of this season has been way worse. Can anyone agree, Tony? So I don't comment on other men on their appearances. I wouldn't be surprised if Danny hooks up for a therapist. I thought I kind of felt that too. I kind of felt that too. I feel like Danny might be the experimental type. Karen asked Fatima, was she pregnant like a mother asking her child? The fact that she found out. I kind of agree with the fans who feel like this wasn't the best way to reveal Fatima's pregnancy. I mean, on the one hand, seeing Karen's reaction was priceless, but I feel like a moment like this should have been treated with more, what's the word, gravitas? I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Karen, it's like I said in the title, Karen and Aaron are back on that BS. And I said on Twitter, when that doctor said stress, and then, Karen decided to put it all on her baby daddy, I said to myself, the moment Aaron shows up and hears the word stress, or in this case, argument, he's going to go in on Zack. And it never fails. Yeah, I haven't really bought any Christmas stuff on sale. I know I should, but I will though. Grandiose. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good word for it too. Yeah. I actually am still looking for some Christmas stuff on sale. But hey, it's still January. I got until the end of this week. I'll have some stuff to. But it's a good thing I didn't get those Christmas inflatables like I said I would for outside, because the beginning of December was wild. Way too many windstorms. It would have blew that stuff away. This was a stressful episode. Okay, so that what was his name? Bert, that big white dude that Robin said needs to keep an eye on Andy. Bro, look, you see me. I got the dad bod, so I'm not body shaming because I got a body like that too, but dude was taking up all the parking garage behind Andy. He didn't think Andy would see him or notice that he was behind her. Like, I thought he would be on the other side of the parking garage, kind of looking. But it's plot. Somebody sent me the trailer. Bear with me. Somebody sent me the trailer for next week.
You didn't hear the news? No, they got arrested for Gary's stabbing. What? If you think it's over. The police think that Penelope's the one that stabbed Gary. But there's more. Later when we think again. Will you represent Penelope Williams? What exactly will I get in exchange? There's something you don't want Gary to tell me now that he's awake. Would you like to answer a few questions? You think Robin is a suspect? Suspect numero uno. Do you remember getting stabbed? Yeah. Tyler Perry.
I'm not excited. I'm not. So that was, I just saw the trailer. I just saw the trailer for next week. But and it should come to no surprise. It's just more of the same thing. We're just going to keep stretching this thing out. Okay, so Penelope makes the news, and apparently Andy's going to ask Robin to represent Penelope. I ain't gonna lie. If I were Robin, I'd tell Andy to kiss my behind because I'm done with her. I mean, Andy firing Robin. Sorry about that. You could tell I'm getting kind of tired. Andy firing Robin is as dumb as Penelope refusing Andy's legal help. Well, not Andy directly. Andy's like, hey, I know a person. I can contact them and ask to see if they can like represent you before you go to see Agent Watt. She refused, ran her mouth, got locked up. See, I feel like there's a trend. Andy got all these men hooked on her. She must have a magic. Candace Young on the Haves and the Have-Nots was the same way. It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. She was fine, but you're telling me ain't no better magic box around that? I don't know. I just feel, oh yeah, Zack and Aaron are back to being enemies, but Karen and Fatima too. It's like I said in my video about the sneak peek. That's Aaron. Excuse me. Karen is all about being on her side. That at the moment that she said, Fatima, I thought you were on my side. That's the problem. That's the problem. You are only on Karen's nice list if you side with her through whatever BS. It doesn't matter how wrong she is. If you are down for her, hey, you're going to see her kind side. But the moment you question her or say, I don't know about that, Karen, all of a sudden is, oh, so you're taking their side. See, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Zatima season 3, at least we're getting 2 episodes a week. Now, I don't think I want 2 episodes of Sisters each week, but I think the mid-season finale kind of spoiled me because those two episodes kind of made it feel like we were actually moving forward. But next week, it's just more of the same. And I don't mean to rush time because we literally just changed the calendar to January, but I would love to fast forward to mid-March just so we can be done with this season. Because I'm over it. I don't care. I do not care anymore. Karen just sat there and allowed the fool. Yeah, she liked it. She liked it. She liked it. Yeah, I noticed that too. Even Fatima was like, hey, Karen, you want to... let me put it this way. I hate the characters who are fake as heck. Gary is kind of like what you see is what you get. That's why I actually liked season 7 Gary. Believe it or not, I said this a lot during season 7. Not just for the Cheeto's acting, you could tell he was having fun with the role, but he was in your face, toxic. He wasn't trying to put on a front for anybody. But Aaron just got on my nerves. And like I said, Miss Lisa would have done the exact same thing. She would come in, not get the full story. She'd get like a couple of pieces of the puzzle and immediately hear the word stress and Karen and then focus on Zack. It's all Zack's fault. But like Fatima said, hey, you need to stop popping up like this. That's why I liked Fatima. I liked Fatima in the scene at the house. She wasn't taking sides. It wasn't just all on Zack. It's like, look, Zack, you wrong for doing being overboard. Karen, you were wrong too. Let's point that out. So yeah. And believe it or not, things are going well until Zack ran his dang mouth. Nah, Aaron was going to get popped upside the head. It was about to be a fight. I'm surprised Zack didn't say, Hey, you're lucky we in the hospital, so if I beat you behind, boom, hospital room right around the corner. Yeah, Fatima told them both right. Told them both right. And at first I was like, oh, but I'm like, okay, Fatima telling Zack to call Aaron about the labor, I felt the same way about Rich calling Tony about Danny. I knew it was going to lead to some trouble, but they did the right thing. Both of them. Both of them. Both of them. Zack texting, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, real quick. Let me just look at my notes here. Paramedics. Gary wakes up. Okay, I did think it was funny how Hayden was literally about to smother Gary, and then he woke up. Oh, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Bar scene. Robin. Dang, we already talked about the episode. I'm looking at my notes here. We already talked about the entire episode. Yeah, I don't know why Sabrina asked Rich to come over there. I honestly don't know why. I mean, I thought they drove to the basketball court together, so that's why I thought, he was there, but no. Yeah, somebody messaged me saying extended promo, not too interesting. Yeah, exactly. The promo for next week. And so for starting next week is going to be pretty busy for me because we got the Oval, Sistas, and 2 episodes as Zatima. 3 weeks of that, then Zatima's over. So that is what? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the last week of January is going to be the Oval and Sisters for the next 4 weeks. Then the final week of February, Beyond the Gate starts up. Beyond the Gate starts up. Yeah, she could have put her phone on silent or something. Like when I record videos, I cut my little fan off here. I cut my phone on silent, and I do what I got to do. But yeah, I felt the same. It's like when I used to go to bar, because I cut my own hair, which I didn't forget, but I just didn't have a chance to cut all this off today. It's like a new year. I wanted to cut everything off. But yeah, Rich should have gone home for real. Writers got Zack and yeah, they got all of them beefing for nothing. Yeah, Rich did the right thing by calling Tony. And I'm going through y'all's comments now, so don't think I forgot about you. I understand Zack overwhelmed her, but this was really unnecessary. I agree. Danny didn't have to act crazy towards Tony. He did do too much by shoving Sabrina out the way. That was too much. But other than that, he wanted to be there. I don't blame Zack telling it. They should have kept the stuff from Karen. They're about to be married. That's stressful in itself. It's like they're scared of Karen. I mean, in a way, because remember, there was a point in time where they had to be careful of what to say because of fear Karen would try to put Zack on child support. But yeah, it's crazy because the doctor unintentionally made things worse, but the doctor didn't know about the multiple baby daddy situation. But that's the kind of thing that's going to be, they're going to have to deal with this as those kids, come out and whatnot and grow up. They're going to have to deal with this. Let's say Aaron's daughter will assume Zack is her father. It's like a whole mess. Yeah, her baby bump does look smaller than it did last season. Aaron was disrespectful. Yep. Any good news about Zack and Fatima is triggering for Karen? Yo, that is crazy though. It's like Zack is happy with another woman. Oh, look like she almost passed out like Wendy Williams. Fatima's pregnant. Okay, I'm done. Zack is still going to have to go to trial in season 3. We'll talk Zatima in a little bit. Sabrina really is the least insufferable. She's a manipulator, but I swear Novi Brown is if I had to pick any of the sisters, it would be Novi. I just think she is so beautiful. Karen could have put a stop to Zack and Aaron. Yeah, she lives for the dysfunction. Then Aaron talked like he's the only father, talking about how she wasn't. This is the kind of stuff that's going to go down in front of the kids. Sabrina's still the scarecrow without a brain. I mean, she is intelligent in terms of bank stuff, but I don't know. It's the smile for me. It's the smile for me. Speaking of, next Wednesday, I got a dentist appointment. Yay. It's just, the 6-month cleaning, and I shouldn't have any cavities. Yeah. Sabrina should have just let Rich go home. Yeah, agreed. I honestly do not know why he was asked to come. She was until she kept stringing along Calvin and then acting like she didn't do anything wrong. I don't blame Sabrina fully for that. His dumb behind was the one that kept being there for her. Book sense, no common sense. Imagine having a parent and teacher conference with your twin. Oh, man, that's... yeah, they're going to need there. And remember, kids are cruel. Like, if other kids find out about the situation, going to be some playground, yo mama, yo double baby daddy jokes. Karen's attitude. Yeah, Karen's eyes were on, overtime this episode by the way they were rolling. I'm tired of Zack and Aaron need to grow up. Well, Aaron was the one that started that BS. Okay, yeah, today is the first. I think tomorrow is when YouTube sends me my stats for last year. I know last year was it was a good year. I did see my ad revenue. It was good. Not as good as 2023, but that's because this year was kind of, the transition from moving, and I don't know what the heck happened. It's like the year started off great with season 7A, but season 7B, my views just... But last month, I did hit 1 million views on the channel, which is good. Or should I say, the month of December, I got over 1 million views. My channel hadn't hit 1 million views in a month since March. So that lets you know, views are up. It was probably them House of Pain. I don't know what the interest is in House of Pain now, but anything I do House of Pain related gets like 10,000 hits. And if you follow my backup channel, I've been posting on there more. So my kind of entertainment, go over there and subscribe, because I have been posting videos over the past few days. This is non-Tyler Perry stuff. I talk about pop culture stuff and everything. Yeah. I'm tired of these supposedly strong black women in these toxic relationships. We deserve better. Yeah. Karen rubbed her stomach when Zack said Fatima was pregnant. Aaron will be even worse once Karen has to be. Oh, yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, man. I'm kind of disheartened though, because look, I'm not trying to start off the year sad, but I really want to hit 100 million views, but it probably won't happen until next year, unless Beyond the Gates, like I hope and pray, if Beyond the Gates takes this channel to the next level, then maybe I can hit it this year, because I'm at 76 million views. So I need 24 million more, which is possible. I've done that in a year before. I checked my stats for all the years, and I forgot what year it was, but I did hit that many views before. But if Beyond the Gates blows up, then maybe I have a shot, because even though my sister's content is doing all right, it kind of peaked in season 7A, because remember, that's when the fan base just fell off. The moment that doctor told Karen that Zack was the father of one of the twins, that was a wrap. So maybe a miracle will happen, or Tyler Perry will share. And no, I am not going into 2025 saying I'm going to Tyler Perry Studios. It's not happening. I'm not. No. Still think Jasmine was the one that did it. I don't care. Be upset about there are so many characters who we could explore more on a personal level, but instead we just do the same old nonsense. The tension between Keisha, what you just said, the tension with Zack and Aaron was so forced. That is my issue with Zatima season 3, particularly the entire first half. Everything involving keeping Zack in the dark about the Jeremiah stuff, it was forced, and it made darn near every character act like a dumbass. And that's why I did not enjoy the first half of the season. Drama is one thing, tension is one thing, but when it is conjured up, forced as heck, because characters are just doing things and regressing, it makes watching the show a drag. If Aaron doesn't want to stress Karen out, why are you always trying to argue with Zack in front of You just dropped a bar right there. They really need to wrap up all these storylines. Zack was all right all along. And Zack, your ratings will go up. I have been saying that for months, that could be the route they're going, but we shall see. But then she was going to go into labor around the mid-season, but nope. She's probably still going to be pregnant in season 9. I'm pissed off. Pissed off. Unnecessary drama causes viewers to stop the show. I agree. I know this year Tyler's going to be dropping a lot of movies, though, so there's that. If Andy gets pregnant by Gary, maybe we can get more views. I think if the show did anything helpful, like, moved any of these stories along, that could help out in more ways than one. For example, they're really trying to set it up, in my opinion, where Tony and Rich might be out of here soon. Like, for real. Jordan, there is absolutely no reason for Jordan and Andy to reconcile. Secondly, Tony, if I were him, I just leave Danny at this point. Like, I'm not going to try to be there for you and you have these panic attacks and I'm the trigger, I'm out. And when it comes to Rich, I think for him, I think he really does care for Sabrina. But if his soldiers aren't marching, I don't think as a man, he'll be able to handle the fact that she's going to get pregnant by another dude, specifically the dude from the bank who he knows is into her. Will Beyond the Gates air 5 days a week? Yes. According to sources, it will be 5 days a week. Sometimes I think Tony loves Danny more than Danny loves him. Ooh, I like that. Just like Aaron loves Karen more than she loves him. Calvin is coming back from what I read. People keep telling me that, but I have no source for it. I meant regular, normal. Yeah, it was a normal handgun. Tony needs to leave Danny. Moving the storylines along will be helpful. I think I can't say names, okay? I can't say names. But there have been some certain individuals who have told me, Jeremy, season 9 is going to be better. I repeat, I cannot say names, but this was said to me several months ago. They're like, my man, we're not rocking with season 7. That's why that's why me and others don't post about the show like we used to. But I'm telling you, season 9, this ship is going to turn around. So maybe, just maybe, when season 9 drops later this year, which they still haven't filmed it yet, that could be a resurgence of traction on my channel. Maybe. I'm not getting my hopes up, but the fact that these people told me, keep your eyes open for season 9. I'm like, all right. And then I combine that with what Tyler Perry said during the press run for the 6888 about how he went back to the writer's room to kind of get things back on track. Maybe that will help out, but it's like I said in that video. I said people want Tyler back, but the thing about having Tyler in the writer's chair, because there was no writer's room. People were legitimately complaining for 6 seasons for a reason. Tyler was dragging stuff out too. I think the only major difference is the fact that the new writers had Zack as one of the baby daddies, and they really freaked up some of these characters. Other than that, the story is kind of the same. When you really think about it, what are some of the major complaints have? The way Zack is being written, the way Fatima is being treated. Andy has always been pathetic, but not to the degree that these new writers have made her. So I think it doesn't matter who's in the writer's room, Tyler or these new people. If they eliminate the whole Zack being Karen's baby daddy, that could be one of the major things to get this thing going back up. All the characters back. Backtrack is an understatement. Some of these characters, they backed up, but they're not even on the same trail they started out on. It's like some of these characters are unrecognizable. Yeah, we kept the abusive guy. I know, right? These sisters have never vacationed together. They work every day. We never see them on the weekends. Yeah, Andy is work. Andy has always been an airhead, but just this is so bad. I mean, I don't know. TV line. Okay. Well, hey, y'all, if you follow me on social media, send me a link on Twitter or DM me on Instagram with whatever article that says Calvin's coming back. This is my same complaint girls trip. I'm not going to set my expectations high for season 9 either. I'll say this much. The fact that these people, I trust and value what they have to say, I think is worthy of going like season 9 could be good. What was the point of Robin keeping up close to Andy? Are you talking about that dude that was following her to make sure nobody stabbed her? Will Sabrina and Rich marry or just try? I have no idea. I have no idea. Sabrina and Rich, Danny and Tony, Andy and Jordan were forced relationships, no genuine chemistry. Yeah, I agree. I mean, don't forget we skipped 3 months. Like there was a 3-month time skip, and all of a sudden, hey, they're in relationships. Just checking my messages real quick. She was only like 3 months pregnant at the end of season 7. I mean 6. So it makes sense. I'd trade Calvin for Gary any day. Yeah, I slept through New Year's. I went to bed like at 9 and I woke up at 1:30. So I need to watch like a little clip of the ball drop. Not that it matters, but hey. Yeah, Sabrina's donor. I could see that happening. We got more out of half an hour episodes of Insecure than season 8's Sistas. Oh man, that's something else. I know people disagree with me, but if you watch my video talking about my 2024 rankings, I put Bruh at number 1 because those new writers came and just turned that show inside out in the best way possible. Damani is coming back. He was in the season 8 behind the scenes thing. No, you have not missed much at all. Why do all the women love Gary? Agreed. Harlem and First Wives Club too. Yeah, I mean, any of these shows that are like 20, 30-minute episodes, they can cover more ground and tell more story than like several episodes of Sisters put together. Dang, it's hard to believe tomorrow is already Thursday. Yeah, Hudson does seem weird. Yeah, me too. Who was Hudson talking to on the phone when he stepped out of the room before Hayden slipped in there? Happy New Year. I said in the comments I agree with you about Bruh. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I haven't checked the comments on some of my videos, but yeah, the new writers on that show just did a complete 180, and the show was much better for it. Sabrina and Damani will have a child together. Yep. You're probably having conflict between Robin and Andy to sell the Penelope storyline. I agree. That makes sense. But Andy can't get mad if Robin and Penelope start a little something, something. It's like, hey, you had so many chances, but you opted to not. So that's what Robin hasn't even done a fraction of the evil that Gary's done to Andy, but she will give Gary a million times forgiveness, but will go off on someone who genuinely cares about her and is trying to help her. The two baby daddies should have never been written in. Yeah, that they really messed that up. There are so many different angles they could take with villains, but no, we just got the same old, same old. Andy's delusional. She's stupid. She's just stupid. Yeah, it just pisses me off that she'll treat a guy that is good like dirt. Man, I prefer Karen and Fatima getting along. It doesn't matter because it never lasts long. At all. At all. Okay, well, any final thoughts? I ought to just wrap it up and then go to sleep. Robin always been there for Andy. She wants a man that has a lot of problems. Yep. Ain't that the way life goes? I was really glad when Penelope put the paws on her. For your man. Do you think Andy and Jordan will get back together? I honestly do not see any feasible reason why Jordan and Andy should reconcile. Andy is toxic, that's why. Yep. Dude lost his entire career. I mean, nah. Oh, man. Penelope and Jordan seem off. Yep. Okay, well, let's see. So tomorrow, you know the drill. Expect my sister's review, trailer breakdown, the Zatima reviews, and other things. And just check out the content on the channel. Views have been up because I've been looking at the stats for the past couple of days, and I think we'll go into the weekend looking strong. I just pray that this year the algorithm works in my favor because, like I said, last year was not bad. It was a decent year, but damn, I want to hit 100 million views. But I need a miracle. I truly need a miracle. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. That's really it. I think we've been up here longer than necessary, but I look, House of Pain, Assisted Living, don't expect those shows for a while because remember the Oval comes back next week. So I don't think Family Fun Night's coming back until maybe spring, if that. All right, well, as always, thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Check out the content I posted, and I'll catch you all later.